Hello, Hannah here from Daisy Farm Crafts. This is a video tutorial for my crochet summer breeze baby blanket. The finished size of this blanket is about 30 inches by 34 inches, so it's a smaller kind of stroller sized blanket. And if you'd like the written pattern that goes with this video, you can find that on our website, daisyfarmcrafts.com. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video. And I am using a new yarn from Yarnspirations called Red Heart Cotton Breeze. It is an acrylic cotton blend. It is similar to Bernat Softy Cotton, but it's a little bit more acrylic than cotton. So it's very soft, very lightweight, really perfect for a summer baby if you are making a baby blanket. And I'm just using the recommended hook, which is a 4.5 millimeter. And the color of this shade is called C. There's several other shades that you can find on yarnspirations.com if you want to try out this very nice yarn. And for this smaller baby blanket size, I just needed 3 skeins of this Red Heart Cotton Breeze yarn. So to get started, I'm just going to make a base chain that is an even number. For my actual blanket, I chained 114, but I'm just going to make a little practice swatch that is an even number. And I'm going to just start in the second chain from the hook with a slip stitch. So I am just going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull back through, and then pull directly through the loop on my hook. And in the next stitch, I'm going to work a half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Slip stitch into the next chain, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull right through that loop, and then half double crochet into the next chain. Yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And I'm just going to keep alternating slip stitch and half double crochet all across this row. Since we made an even chain, there should be an odd number of stitches, which means hopefully we should end with a slip stitch. So there's my last half double crochet, and then the last stitch should be a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on this second row. So I'm going to start with a slip stitch right into the top of this first stitch. Pull right through. And I like to kind of keep the slip stitches at the beginning and the end of each row a little bit looser so they don't get hard to work into when we get to each end. And then I'm going to work a half double crochet into the top of the next stitch. And again, just going to alternate slip stitch and half double crochet all across this row. All right, and at the end of the row again, my last stitch is a slip stitch. And you can see how these slip stitches always pull a little tight, so kind of keep it a little bit looser. Chain 1 and turn. And here is where I'm going to just modify the regular even moss stitch a little bit. So with the regular even moss, we would just be starting with a slip stitch at the beginning of every row alternating slip stitch and half double crochet. But just to give it a more offset, slanted look, I am going to do the next 2 rows starting with half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the top of this first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. So I'm still alternating slip stitch and half double crochet, but I'm just starting the row with a half double crochet. And I'm going to do that for this row and the next row. So I'm going to be alternating every 2 rows, whether I'm starting with a slip stitch or a half double crochet. All right, and then at the end of this row, since we started with a half double crochet, we should end the row with a half double crochet. Chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to just do the same thing again, starting with a half double crochet into this first stitch, and then alternating my slip stitch and half double crochet all the way across. All right, and you can start to see our fun lines forming, and you can see how these lines, you know, are ending up in between because we are alternating every 2 rows. All right, and then at the end of this row, again, end with a half double crochet, chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to work 2 rows where we start with slip stitch. So again, you're just alternating every 2 rows, whether or not you're starting with a slip stitch or a half double crochet. So it is easy to keep track when you're doing a little practice swatch. I will admit when I'm working on the bigger blanket, it's a little bit trickier to keep track because you don't really remember by the time you get to the end. So what helped me keep it straight as I was going is I just always remember that I'm just always working for the back side. So after I finish a row, I'll do my chain 1 and turn, and then I'll just turn my work back here and check and see where I am. So you can see that this row right here started with a half double crochet. All of these lines are from the half double crochet. So this row right here started with half, slip, half, and then this row right here was slip, half, slip. So, and my goal is to get these half double crochet lines worked in between each other, right? So I need to start this next row with a half double crochet so that I'll get these lines starting right here. So hopefully that makes sense. Just a way to help you keep track. So I'll start this row with a half double crochet, and sometimes you can just start working 3 or 4 stitches and then look at the back side and just double check that, yep, that they're getting worked in between each other so that we get that kind of offset look with the lines. All right, so that's all you need to know for the main part of the blanket. It's very easy. The only hard part, you know, is just keeping track of getting these alternated, but as long as you just keep looking at the back side of your work, it's pretty easy and very relaxing. So I will work up a little bit more of this swatch and then show you the border. All right, so I'm just gonna stop after I've worked my last row and chain 1, and then I'm just gonna start working 1 round of single crochet around my blanket. So I am just going to basically work 1 single crochet per row on the sides. So if you kind of just use these lines as your guide, you want to kind of work 1 at the end of the row with the lines and then 1 in between. And just try to get that single crochet worked around as evenly as possible. And then I'm just going to work 3 single crochet into each of the corners. And then just work 1 single crochet per stitch on each of the ends. All right, and then back at the starting corner, I'm just going to slip stitch into this first stitch, and I'm going to keep working in the same direction, and I am going to chain 7. And this number is flexible. It just depends on how thick you want your border. If you want it to be smaller, you can chain less. If you want it to be taller, you can chain more. And I am just going to start working back down this chain with a half double slip stitch. So that means I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull back through, and then pull directly through the 2 loops on my hook. Sometimes this is also called a yarn over slip stitch. But again, I'm gonna yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull back through, and then pull through the 2 loops on my hook. And I'm just gonna do 1 half double slip stitch into each of these chains back down toward the edge of my blanket. So since we chained 7, I should have 6 stitches total. Now I'm going to just slip stitch into the next 2 unworked stitches. So just slip stitch into the tops of these next 2 single crochet. There's 2. I'm going to turn my hand, or work toward my left hand, and I'm going to work back up this chain. Still doing half double slip stitch. So I'm going to skip over the 2 slip stitches that we just made, and I'm only going to work in the 6 half double slip stitches. So yarn over, I'm going to insert my hook just into the top of the stitch and work half double slip stitch in each of these 6 stitches, going back up to the top of the border. All right, chain 1 and turn back toward my right hand, and now I'm just going to do the same thing, working back down, just working into the top 2 loops, just a regular half double slip stitch. And again, I should always have 6 working up or down. When you get down to this last stitch, you don't really need to worry about just finding the top of the stitch. You can just go ahead and insert your hook underneath all of these loops. Because I've tried it both ways and it really doesn't make a difference in the look. So, you don't have to be tedious in trying to get the top 2 loops for this last stitch. So just stick your hook under all of those loops, and then you can see that this is a stitch we've already worked into. So you're gonna slip stitch into the next 2 unworked stitches, and then flip your back toward your left hand again, skip over these 2 slip stitches, and then work back up to the border with half double slip stitch. And so I'm just gonna keep repeating that all the way across this side. All right, so I finished this first side, so I'm here at the corner, and I just finished working back down. But this is my corner right here, so I'm only going to work 1 slip stitch. If it happens that you land in the corner with 2 slip stitches, that's great. If not, just work 1 and then skip over just 1 and then work back up for your 6 half double slip stitch. All right, so when you get to the back to the top of the border, just kind of double check and make sure that this is, you know, straight across, so you worked into the correct corner space. And I am going to turn my work and then chain 7. Because now we are going to start working the next side of the border going across this way. So it's going to start out exactly how we did at the beginning, with working half double slip stitch in each chain, going all the way down. So we should have 6 half double slip stitches. And then I am going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Turn my work and then skip over these 2 slip stitches, start working the ribbing as we did before on the other side. So this is just a little bit more of a squared off border look, so you can see that the lines will start going this way and we'll work all the way across. And then you'll do the same thing when you get to this corner, you know, stop at the top and then you'll start working back across this way. And then you'll just keep doing that all the way around until, you know, you've worked across this end, and then you'll just stop when you get to the top up here and tie off and weave in your ends, and then you'll have this nice kind of squared off ribbed border. I know a lot of times we do more of a rounded border where we work into the corner multiple times, and you're welcome to do that. Just know that since this is a little bit tighter of a stitch, you'll probably have to work up and down, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 times, or enough to get it fanned around. You just want to make sure that it's fanned around enough so it doesn't pull your blanket too tight. Or you can, you know, just do the squared off version and work across each side. All right, and here's just a quick look at the finished blanket. Now that I've got my border all done. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, you can find the free written pattern on our website, daisyfarmcrafts.com. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And I hope you enjoy making this blanket. Happy crocheting!